G'day, have I got a story for you? Check the disclaimer. Season 2, Episode 16. Writer. Maya speaking. I walk around aimlessly, not really looking at anything in particular. Again, these are the times that I miss my husband the most. When I wake up by myself and wander around, remembering that I am alone. At least I'll see my mum more now, when she moves into the granny flat in the backyard. I look at all the boxes still not unpacked. I don't know why I kept all these things. I couldn't even look at his clothes and belongings to pack them. The movers did it all. Maybe I should do the nursery room first. Oh, what am I thinking? There's no chance of being a mum now. Even if I did want to marry again one day. Who would marry me? I'm used goods. No one would want me. I have been here a week and have still not left the house. I should have introduced myself to my neighbours, but I just can't. Not yet. I don't want to answer questions about my husband yet. I just can't. I sit in the lounge room that my mum set up for me. No, I just couldn't do it. I want my husband back. I want my life back. I loved being his wife, the kindest man I had ever met. Gone forever. We were going to be the best parents ever one day. But not now. We were going to build a second house for my mum, but not now. Mum seemed very happy with the little granny flat when she saw it. She said that it has everything she needs. I sit listening to the phone ring over and over again. Whoever they are, they're persistent. Probably a wrong number. No one has my new phone number except my mum, and she is at work. She is not permitted to use the phone at her work. I am once again lost in thought when I suddenly hear a knock at the front door. I don't want to meet any neighbours yet. I peek out the curtain. It is a very well-dressed woman who looks like she just stepped out of one of those fashion magazines. Not that I know anything about fashion. She's calling out that my mum sent her. She knows my name and Mum's name. I stand behind the door and tell her that I'm not ready for visitors yet. She keeps talking to me. I sit with my back against the door, half listening. Wait, what did you just say? I ask. She repeats her last sentence, and I open the door. We sit in the lounge room, and she goes over it all again. I can hardly believe my ears. Am I dreaming? This woman, is this the truth? It can't be the truth. Am I hallucinating? I listen to everything. Everything. And I agree. I have to agree in case this is real. In case this isn't a dream. I will do everything. I will do it all. Just in case it's real. She asks to use my phone. Yes, please use it. She hands me the receiver and I hear Mum's voice. She tells me the same story. This has to be real. I run outside to Mum's granny flat. I thought nothing was in here yet. I glance around. What will be Mum's lounge room? Well, the furniture. Everything I would need. Oh, I run to the shower and get dressed as fast as I can. I am now in the woman's car. This is really happening. Alexei continues. I am standing behind the counter as usual. I watch the customers as they choose what they want to buy and make up stories in my head of what their lives might be like. Maybe I'll write my stories one day. Maybe not. Who would want to read them? The identical twin sisters are here. When they first arrived in our town about a year ago, they wore their hair the same clothes, everything was the same. Now they are easy to tell apart. One has short hair and one has long. They wear different styles of clothes. But even without those differences, I can easily tell them apart. One has grown taller and the other hasn't. The shorter one has a thinner face, and the taller one, well, let's just say that they are completely different shapes. Maybe they weren't really identical to begin with. I'm not sure. What could their story be? They could be mother and daughter, posing as twins. Story. They escaped from their husband and father, who kept them prisoner in his attic. They fled and decided to pose as twins so their captor wouldn't be able to find them. They always wore the same hairstyle and baggy clothes, so their different shaped bodies were not noticeable. The mum began to wear very high-heeled shoes, and the daughter wore the same colour but flat. Mum always stood up straight and daughter slouched, until their different heights couldn't be hidden anymore. That was when they got their different haircuts. The daughter stopped wearing glasses, and they started mentioning that maybe they weren't identical after all. While at a distance their faces still looked identical, up close it was easy to see that the mum's face was more slender. Still posing as twins, they feel confident their identities will not be revealed. Would anyone want to read about that? Even if people would like my stories, they would never be published. A woman writer would never be accepted. I suppose I could use a writer's name that could be mistaken for a male. My name is Alexi, so I could shorten it to Alex. They might think my name is Alexander. The man with the thick beard is here. Looks like he's in the bike accessories section again. I look out the front and see his bike chained to the pole. I would have thought that someone without a car wouldn't be as rich as he seems to be. He seems to just buy whatever he wants without even looking at the price tag. When I ring up his items, he doesn't seem to care how much they cost. He just counts out his money, pays and leaves. He could be a millionaire in disguise. Story. He rides his bike here so he can catch a glimpse of the woman he loves, to see if she will go out with him if she thinks he is poor. He wants to find out if she will fall in love with him without being influenced by his wealth. He has let his hair and beard grow to disguise who he really is. Actually, that's a bit boring. There would have to be more to it than that. I look up to see the postman stop to bring in the mail. I look at his features as he smiles and hands the envelopes to me. His face is weather-worn from many years of delivering mail in the sun. The many lines on his tanned face tell me that he is old, but his spry demeanour and sandy blonde hair tells me that he is much younger than his face portrays. I immediately think of stories I have thought of before regarding him. I could easily add to them. I've finished pricing all these clothes for the baby section. I ring the bell 3 times and the box boy comes to collect them. He is 16 years old, and I have thought of many stories regarding him and the many girls who all seem to think that he's a good catch. I suppose a boy who is working is more desirable than a boy who is still in school. These girls don't seem to think of their future at that young age. They just want a boyfriend who can buy things for them. He returns with the next lot of boxes for me. The woman with triplets is here again. She has 2 girls and 1 boy. All 3 of them look identical, but can't be, since one is a boy. All with light brown hair and brown eyes, just like her. Even though she wears well-laundered, fashionable clothes, she always checks the price of what she buys. She could be the wife of a wealthy man. Story. Her husband only gives her a small amount to spend, knowing that she married him for his wealth. He found out too late, when she was pregnant with his children, so he makes sure she only has just enough to keep her and the babies fed and clothed. No nanny, no housekeeper, no cook. He refuses to give her any luxuries at all. She knows that he expects her and the triplets to look good when they are out of the house, so as not to sully his reputation. While he lives a lavish life with his mistress in his mansion on the hill, his wife lives in a much smaller house in a tiny town. He knows that his mistress is also with him because of his wealth, but he doesn't mind. He expected that from a mistress, but not from a wife. He was in love with his wife when they married, and thought that she was also in love with him, until one day when he arrived home early and heard a conversation she was having on the phone with one of her friends. Now he visits her once a week to check on his children and to get her pregnant again. He plans to have many children and make her take care of them all by herself. That was a bit sad. Actually, we have a lot of triplets in our small town. 5 lots that I know of, and 3 sets of twins. The baby store just down the road from here always has very large prams to fit twins and triplets. Maya continues. I didn't realise that the shops were this close. I take the pram out of the car boot. It's amazing that it fits in there. I get organised and walk into the huge department store. I give a smile and a nod to the lady at the register, who is looking at me. I walk quickly to the baby clothes section. I hope she won't come and speak with me. I look around and see where I need to go. I pretend to look at the things for sale as I slowly walk towards the elevator. There she is, the lady from the car. She presses the button, so I immediately go over and wait with her. We walk in the empty elevator, making sure we both stand near the doors. I can see that she is already holding the door closed button. This is exciting. How long will we have to wait? I'll find out now. Is this real? It's happening. It is really happening. It is. It's happening before my eyes right now. Suddenly I'm being hugged by my mum. Mum and I take the rain cover off the big pram, and when I turn around, I see them. 3 of them on the cart that Mum pushed through that thing. They are so tiny. What did Mum say? Probably less than a week old. I can hardly believe my eyes. Mum quickly puts them in the pram and tucks them in. She tells me that they've just been fed and that I should get them home first before I do anything else. They are so small and perfect, so beautiful. Did the elevator move? Wait, where did Mum go? Oh, these sweet little babies. The elevator doors open and the woman helps me quickly exit the shop. What is she saying? So nice to see me again. My triplets are beautiful. My triplets. Mine. Oh. I feel tears welling up in my eyes. What is she saying now? Home? Yes. I walk as fast as I can, as though if I don't get there quickly enough, they might disappear or be taken from me, or I might wake up. I notice her car following me. It's the woman. Is she going to take them back? No, I don't think so. She said that she would see me at the house. Oh, she is already in my driveway. As she gets out of the car, she waves to a neighbour who is in the front garden of the house next to mine. The neighbour calls out,
"Twins?"
The woman answers,
"Triplets!"
My neighbour grins at me.
"No wonder you haven't visited yet."
I smile at him and wave, then push the pusher into the house. The woman follows and closes the door. I just stand here, looking at 3 babies in the pusher. Mine. They're mine. Less than an hour ago, I was alone. Now I have 3 children. I say it out loud. I have 3 children. My face is wet. I didn't realise that I was crying. The woman asks me to come and sit down on the couch, but I can't. I don't want to move. I don't want this dream to end. Alexei continues. I look up to see another big pram pushed into the store. The biggest size. Maybe more triplets. Should I go to see? The mum looks like she would rather be left alone. Oh, who is this? She looks like she has never stepped foot in a department store before. Is she a model? Has she come straight from a photo session? What is she doing in our little town? Wait, have I seen her before? I look at her beautiful black curls. No, the last woman I saw that looked like a model had blonde hair. I wonder if it's a wig. Could they be the same person? The blonde model also rushed straight to the elevator. As I watch, the woman with the pram goes over to her, and then both quickly enter the elevator. Do they know each other? I am sure this has happened before. Will they both rush out of the elevator and leave the store together in about 1 or maybe 2 minutes? This seems familiar. I remember the story I made up the last time this happened. She could be selling babies. Story. The elevators are the place they go to exchange cash for a baby. Beautiful rich women who don't want to ruin their figure come to buy babies in the elevator. There are 2 or 3 to choose from, and they exit the elevator having made their choice. They rush straight out of the store, and the chosen child is placed in the rich woman's car. Then the baby seller takes the others and leaves. Yes, they are both exiting the elevator together. They obviously didn't get off on another floor. There was no time to shop. The model is talking loudly. Oh, maybe they knew each other years ago. And it is triplets, not twins. She has a rather poshy voice. I knew it. She helps the mum, if she is a mum, quickly exit the shop. I cautiously go over to the door to watch. They are both going to that poshy-looking car. Oh, the mum walks quickly past and the model drives away without a baby. It was a good story, though. It could have happened. Well, maybe not. It's more plausible than the last story I made up for the blonde model. Story. They walked into the elevator with an empty pram. I won't bore you with the details, but the story ended up with them exiting the elevator with 3 babies in the pram. Not at all plausible. I should come up with more believable stories. Stephanie continues.
I watch in the rear vision mirror as Maya pushes the oversized pram into the store. I wait excitedly 1 minute, then enter the store myself. I don't think anyone will recognize me from the last few times. I have a black wig this time. I go straight to the elevator, press the button and wait. Maya has joined me. Good. Oh dear, Maya is shaking. I hope it's just excitement. We stand near the doors as instructed. The portal opens and a tea trolley comes through from the back, followed by Maya's mum, who immediately hugs a stunned Maya. I continue to hold the door close button and move the elevator to the first floor so the portal is gone, while Maya's mum moves the babies from the trolley to the pram. Another portal opens and Maya's mum leaves with the trolley. That was so fast. It always surprises me how fast these things happen. I press the ground floor button and the second portal is gone. It's amazing how they disperse with the movement of elevators. The elevator door opens and I help Maya get the pram out of there quickly. The quicker we do things, the better. She can have time to think and cuddle her new babies once she is back in her home. I follow Maya to her new home and close the door. I breathe a sigh of relief. I give her a moment and she says,
I have 3 children.
I give her my clean hanky to wipe her tears. I always have hankies in my bags for this very purpose. I try to get her to sit on the couch, but she doesn't want to move. I quietly let her know that I will be with her until her mum arrives after work. I leave her for a moment to put the kettle on and find the cups and tea. When her mum returns, I will need to show them the paperwork and get Maya's signature on a few documents before I leave. I return to find her sitting on the couch, cuddling a baby, then the next baby, then the third. I listen to what she says to them. Oh my goodness, she loves them already. The babies all seem to look contented, which is unusual from babies from facilities. Maybe they know they're safe and loved. Maybe they were not at the facility long. They could be only 1 or 2 days old. Maya still has tears falling down her cheeks, and my hanky is very wet. I have seen a lot of mums with their new babies, but I don't think I've ever seen babies this peaceful before. The kettle boils and I bring a pot of tea over. We sit cuddling babies all afternoon. We feed them twice and Maya discovers that she has 2 boys and a girl. The 2 boys look like they might have red hair, which is good because Maya has red hair, and the girl looks like she might have black hair, like Maya's late husband. We are unable to tell the boys apart. Maybe they're identical twins. The girl is a bit bigger than them, and we are wondering if she was born separately, with a different mum. Maybe she's not their biological sister. I have birth certificates, but also adoption papers for each of them. It was just in case they looked nothing like Maya or her late husband. I don't think the adoption papers will be needed, but I always advise the new parents to keep them at least a year, just in case. I will be back close to their first birthday to tidy up all the paperwork. Maya's mum arrives home and there are tears and hugs all over again. We all concentrate on getting the nursery ready and many bottles made ready to warm up during the night. I explain how to make sure they all have at least 6 bottles in the daytime and a bath just before their last bottles at night. This helps many babies sleep during the night. All babies have had their bath and 6 bottles and are now asleep. Just before I leave, I watch both Maya and her mum kiss each baby on their forehead and tell them that they love them and how precious they are to them. Then they just sit there and I sit with them, peaceful, contented, watching them sleep. Eventually, I quietly say goodbye and let them know that I will lock the door as I leave. I am not sure if they are awake. I get into my car and just sit for a moment longer. I have done this for over a year now, but this is the first time that I've thought about how lovely it would be to be a mum. I touch my wet cheek. This is not the first time I have needed one of my own hankies.
Thank you so much for joining us with the cuppa. We appreciate your company.